when you're trying to build a solid family. Now, if you're trying to build an internet family, if you're trying to build a clout family, if you're trying to build a social media family, absolutely keep it online. Keep everything that you're doing online. But if you're trying to build a solid foundation that for a family that can handle being online, that can handle all these things, my advice to you is continue working, continue getting the bag. But when it comes down to your family, keep it offline. Y'all asked for it. All right, so hey, welcome back to my channel. It is live here, Friday Night Live. You see the banner. Let's talk about it. Viewer's choice. You guys have left comments when we were live, or you've left comments below and you said, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. So that is why we're here. We're here to discuss some things. So I'm not going to hold you because I have things to do and you have things to do, and it's Friday. So anyway, the first thing that we're going to talk about, you asked for it, is Miss K. Michelle. Okay. I'm going to remove myself. Okay. Miss K. Michelle. K. Michelle is making news, making headlines because of her new face, basically. And she caught a lot of backlash. So to the right is the picture that she came out with. And K. Michelle came out with this picture with this pink hair. The pink hair would have been problematic for some people, but that wasn't even what the problem was. The problem was the fact that so many people did not recognize their favorite. And so for me, when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, it's a bit extreme. And, you know, as one of the comments said in her on Instagram, I love this comment. The person was like, I hope she stops here because she's almost unrecognizable. And I have to agree. She is almost unrecognizable here. And it's, I don't know, it's disturbing, actually. So, yeah, that's K. Michelle. That's the story. So leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like the new look. Let me know if it's a bit drastic. Another commenter said, you know, this was the look that Little Kim was going for, and she needs to stop. Like, don't get any more. Don't do anything else to your face. And I have to agree. I hope she does nothing else to her face and that she leaves it here at this. So it's also been reported after she premiered her face and premiered her new look that she's really upset about it because she got, like I said, she got a lot of backlash. And you know how people can be cruel in the comment section, and they were like, you know, they went in. And so from what I understand, K. Michelle really had a hard time with that. And of course, you know, she started crying and on live allegedly, and that's that. So here's the thing. You can't please everybody. And I really do. I'm team, please don't do anymore, because when I saw the picture, I was like, okay, that can't be K. Michelle. I'm a fan of redhead Michelle, K. Michelle. I'm a fan of darker hair Michelle. So the pink is a little bit for me, but more problematic is the fact that most people could not recognize her face. I know I couldn't. So I'm hoping that, number one, she ignores the haters. You can't please everybody. But then number two, that she doesn't do anything to her face. She did come out and say she did not have any surgery. I'm not so sure about that. I don't know. Again, I'm not there. I'm not her. But whatever she had done, I hope she doesn't do anything else to it, because she is quite unrecognizable. So leave a comment down below if you like this new look, if you like the classic K. Michelle, do you like black hair, the maroon hair, the burgundy hair, K. Michelle. So you guys let me know specifically how you feel about that. Have you guys heard that? I'm going to remove myself again. Did you hear rumors that Cardi B is pregnant? I don't know where this is stemming from. I don't know what this is stemming from, but I've seen several posts about Cardi B possibly being pregnant. Here's the thing. Cardi B is married. Cardi B has, you know, culture. And what more would it be to add another little kiddo to to the family. Like, I have nothing negative to say about that. That's her business. That's her body. If she is pregnant, congratulations. She's one of those performers that, you know, she can do all things even while she's pregnant. So I don't have anything negative to say about that. If you have a problem with it, you can certainly leave a comment down below. But again, at this point, I think it's just rumors. And again, I don't know what necessarily has sprawled the rumors, but it is what it is. That's her body. That's her business. And, you know, even if she is pregnant, I know it's like, oh, the buzz, she's pregnant. But that's that. So Tyler Perry had a question for his fans, and it was in relationship to his movie series. Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married Again? He wants to know, are you guys tired of the series? Are you tired of hearing the different series of Why Did I Get Married? Are you here for it? If he comes and he has this movie, are you here for it? That's what he wants to know. Me personally, I like it. Like, I don't have a problem with the Why Did I Get Married? I love all the series. Like, Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married Too? They're very interesting. I don't watch Tyler Perry movies for anything other than entertainment. I don't look for any life lessons or whatever, but you get a little kiki, it's fun or whatever. So yeah, I say go for it, Tyler. Like, we want to see it. We love to see it. So yeah, why not? Why not? So leave a comment down below if you're done. If you're done with the series and you're like, you know what, Tyler, nothing else. So if you have not already, make sure you check out my previous videos. I had a couple of videos on that I dropped. We're having great discussion on that. Make sure that you leave a comment below. You know, even though it's a video, the grind kicking in. It's a very engaging post. So make sure you leave a comment. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. So anyway, shout out to all of you that are leaving comments, that are engaging. I really appreciate it. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite things, meeting and getting to know everyone, seeing familiar faces and stuff like that. So on to the next thing. Like I said, Cardi B, that's her business. If she's pregnant, I guess the mystery of it, like, ooh, she's pregnant, but that's fine. That's fine. The next thing I want to discuss, you know what? I know things are a hot topic when I'm in the middle of editing a video and then another video about the person comes out or a change in the situation comes about. My poor little internet nephew, CJ So Cool. So this is CJ So Cool. Of course, it's a cartoon. If you are not familiar with CJ So Cool, CJ So Cool is a pretty huge internet sensation, especially among the kids. I like to watch him when he was with his family. They did pranks, they did fun things, they traveled. So it was enjoyable. It's not something that I watched to learn anything per se. He's just very interesting. He's very showy. He's very, he's a rapper. He does music, but he's very known for just the material things. Tons of cars, houses, moves houses the last house he was in for a little bit, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So my internet nephew, CJ So Cool, in my last video that I was editing before the next video came out, I was pretty much just giving a reaction because some of you have asked, what do you think about CJ So Cool in this royalty situation? If you don't know the situation, CJ So Cool at one point had a family. His long-term girlfriend, fiance, royalty, and her 3 kids. 3 kids, yeah. And then they eventually had twins after having fertility issues and stuff like that. That's not the story. CJ has been allegedly, exposed for cheating and everything else like that. CJ can be quite complicated, and that's pretty much what my video was about. Through his alleged complications, royalty decided that enough was enough this last time. As a result, she left. Not only did she leave, she left to go hang out with someone that you can say is his nemesis or his competitor or whatever, Funny Mike. Again, not the point of this video, but I'm just catching you up. So CJ So Cool, very materialistic, very much driven by the bling, name brand, different things like that. He got quite upset because royalty decided that she was going to go to Funny Mike's house and and he was trolling her along the way, whatever. In the process of all of that, CJ So Cool started hanging out with this very young girl. Actually, prior to that, he flew out his other baby's mother, Kamari's mother, Nike, and then they had a situation. So royalty's watching all of this. She's very quiet, which I commend her for, because again, a lot of this stuff does not need to play out on the internet as far as I'm concerned, specifically when there's children involved. If it's an actual thing, not a skit or anything like that, but if this is actually your life and this is what's happening, I don't think it needs to play out. So anyway, let's fast forward. We got this blingy, flashy guy. CJ So Cool is all about the name brands and everything else. So at this point, he's trolling Funny Mike. You know, hey, you may have them doing this, you may have them doing that, but I can get her a house, I can get her a car, whatever. Well, in the process, CJ starts messing around with this 19-year-old girl, Tata. Tata turns out to be bad news. Allegedly, a couple of days ago, she was arrested, coming to find out that she was taking pictures of CJ So Cool's credit cards, just a whole bunch of foolishness and mayhem, which leads me to my point. In the process of all of this, CJ zipping and zooing it, doing whatever it is that he was doing. He was also professing his love for royalty and how he just really wants her to come back and all this other stuff. And that's where my video begins, because my unsolicited advice to my internet nephew, CJ So Cool, disclaimer, absolutely, he is not my nephew. Y'all know he's not. So my absolute disclaimer is, CJ, royalty has already, number one, explained to you that she doesn't like when you record. Allegedly, royalty gets annoyed when you record things. You are revealing when you call royalty online. You're showing all these things. If you really want her back, I'm here to tell you, being online trolling her is not the thing to do. Another thing that CJ So Cool does is he will, on one hand, and he did it at first when she first left. It was horrible. He put her down. He said, you know, he made her, all this other stuff. And then in the turn around in the same breath, I love her. She's the best thing. But you know what? You know, she needs to be appreciative. Like, he professes love, but then he throws shade in the next breath. CJ, again, my unsolicited, you did not ask me this. If you truly want her back, you have to stay positive and you have to really, really mean what you're saying. The shady part should be left out. If you truly want to buy her that house that you showed the other day, just say that you want to buy the house. Don't say you want to buy the house, but you also need a housekeeper because they always keep it cluttered. Or because she never, you know, she'll never, if it was the other way around, she'd never buy you a house to get you back. All these other things, like you compliment her on one hand, and then the other hand, you drop so much shade. Son, nephew, stop doing that if you really, really want her back. The other thing, stop using these young girls. And I'm saying allegedly being around these girls. If you really want royalty back, the way to get her back is not to get with other girls. Like, that's not going to happen. Get off the internet, do the dirty work, continue to film and do everything that you got to do. But as it relates to you and royalty, if you really want a relationship, if you want a really solid relationship, if you're really trying to get back with her, do the hard work offline. Leads me to my next point. The material things. CJ, number one, kids, you know, yes, it's nice to go to school and people say, oh, you have da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, kids don't care about that stuff. You're advertising what you have and what you bought the children, her children, and all this other stuff, as if it makes a difference in their lives. Children will open up a box of toys on Christmas and they will play with the box. They will play with the least expensive things. So if you're trying to get this family back, of course, the first thing you need to stop doing is trolling them, because they are dressing like normal kids do. So if you don't know, like I said, CJ So Cool is all about designer, and I'm talking high end. The stuff that I may wear, he call that, you know. I was shocked when Kamari came, which is his daughter. She came late one day and he took her to Walmart because she didn't have anything to wear. Not because he couldn't afford it, but she came in late and but listen, the next day he took her to Gucci. and $500 shorts. Like, to each their own, and I can't necessarily say what I would do if I had that excess amount of money. But the thing about it is that children will be children. It was funny because when she was shopping, Kamari was shopping, she just wanted this plain pair of flip-flops. And he always does this. He's like, no, not those. If you're going to wear those, people need to know that that's Gucci. Those are ugly. And the little girl just wanted the regular shoes. Like, that's it. If you're really trying to get your family back, CJ, this materialistic stuff has got to stop. As much as you like to say royalty is unappreciative and all this other stuff, because that's your other favorite thing to say, how unappreciative royalty is and all this. I don't know, for as a grown woman, most grown women, we really don't care. Like, for me, my husband's love language is gifts. He will buy me the world, has bought me the world if he can and when he can. But that's not my love language. I don't care about things in that regard. And he doesn't really understand that because he's like, well, I get you this, and whatever. But at the same time, that doesn't make me, like, that's not what it is. And I think in watching royalty in the videos and different things like that, like, she's very frugal when she buys stuff. Of course, she appreciates the Fendi and this and that and the other. But again, internet nephew, if you're trying to get your family back, you have to understand that when they went to Funny Mike's house, and it was a fun house, like, they did kid stuff. They did kid stuff with other kids. That's what's important. But you can't put the love or the like to doing kid stuff, put them down. You shouldn't put them down for wanting to be kids, to wear Hanes t-shirt, to want to wear regular shoes and not have to worry about everybody dressing the same and everybody posing in the picture the same and all this other stuff. They are just allowed to be kids. And that's one thing, again, that I advise, continue to get in your bag. I'm not trying to even hate on that. I'm not even trying to hate on the fact that you like to shop and you like your designer stuff and all of that. But the problem is, for a lot of people, is that you lead with that. And also in leading with that, it's implied that if you don't have these things, that you're less than. You've said it before. You've grown up in meager conditions. You want your children to have what you feel is the best. But in the process, I feel like at times you're missing the point where you are actually saying, no, my kid's not going to Macy's to get Levi's or whatever. Like, they have to have this $500 pair of Gucci or whatever, as if it makes you better. And my point is, it doesn't make you better. So again, in your quest to get royalty back and all of that, this is just my advice. You went on. So after I said all that, CJ So Cool dropped another video, and he was saying how he's just tired. He's tired of all the women, Vegas women, and all this other stuff. And the thing about it is that I don't think it has anything to do with Vegas women. I don't think it has to do anything with women. Number one, you just have to watch your surroundings. And so in this video, he's just like, you know what? I need to get back with royalty because I trust her. She's not going to scam me and all this stuff. Again, you have some rebuilding to do. You have some rebuilding online to do, offline, in my opinion. I'm not royalty. Offline, y'all might be getting a kiki about it. Y'all might be, really, really working, and she might like all this. But because I don't see her responding or anything, and when I hear that you're frustrated, it's telling me that whatever it is that you're doing, it's just not working. So CJ, just continue to get in your bag. Congratulations. I think you hit another million milestone. Amazing. Continue to do all that. But if you really, really, really want to get royalty back, my recommendations are here. Stop worrying about that materialistic stuff and get down to the hard and difficult conversations. Start working internally, finding out why it is that you're doing what you're doing and how you're doing it. I'm telling you right now, the way royalty was going off after you were saying that you made her, she's ungrateful, the kids are ungrateful, all these things that you said, I'm pretty sure I heard you apologize for that. Kudos to you. I heard you apologize. That's good. But now it's time to dig in and get the work done. And unfortunately, a lot of that work, when you're trying to build a solid family. Now, if you're trying to build an internet family, if you're trying to build a clout family, if you're trying to build a social media family, absolutely keep it online. Keep everything that you're doing online. But if you're trying to build a solid foundation that for a family that can handle being online, that can handle all these things, my advice to you is continue working, continue getting the bag. But when it comes down to your family, keep it offline. Whew. So that's that part. So one more thing, it's very interesting and so frustrating. I'm going to end with this. So it has come to America's attention that under Trump's Department of Justice, Trump has instructed Barr to pretty much go after people he deemed his enemy. First of all, as a president, you work for the people, by the people, not in your best interest, not in your own interest. It is illegal to use the Department of Justice for your own means, investigating people who are your opponents, people who you think is your enemy. Like, that's not cool. So again, I'm not going to stay long on this because it's Friday night and I thought that we would, get on all the foolishness and mayhem that's happening in Hollywood. But to my point, the point that I'm making is, are we not tired of all this breaking news? Trump did this, breaking news, Trump did that, Trump incited this, Trump incited that. And at the end of the day, really, it's just breaking news. It's just stuff that we're coming up with no type of accountability. Here's what I have to say. I don't want to hear anything about anything that Trump has done that you guys are now discovering. Number one, until you hold some of these enablers that knew about all this stuff when he was in office accountable, really, I don't want to hear it. Second of all, stop talking about what you are going to do and what you should do and what you should pressure to investigate this, that, and the other. Like, either do it or shut up. And that's just my bottom line with all of that. So with that being said, it is Friday. I have my wine. And kudos to all of you that have tuned in. Leave a comment down below about the K Michelle. If you're like, you know what, people need to leave her alone. I think ultimately people should just leave her alone. I'm not trying to bully her to look one way or another or anything like that and then end up having her really, really be upset about something. So yes, I'm team leave her alone. But in leaving her alone, I'm encouraging her, please don't do anything else to your face. Whatever it is that you did. She claims she didn't do it. Have surgery, whatever it is she did. I'm asking very nicely, K Michelle, please don't do anything else. The next thing, Tyler Perry, that's right. Go ahead, make the movies. We're here for Tyler Perry to make in all the movies. So if he wants to talk about another Why Did I Get Married and all of that, I say kudos, hats off to you. Go to his Instagram page and let him know, yes, Tyler Perry, we want to see it. We love to see it. Medea, I don't think I talked about Medea. I did not talk about Medea. Let me scoop that in real quick. So Tyler Perry, as you know, he retired Medea, I want to say last year or the year before. He was talking about retiring her. But it has been brought to my attention that Tyler Perry has entered into a Netflix agreement. And so we will be seeing more of our favorite hood grandmother. Medea will be, from what I understand, having a series on Netflix. So that's really, really exciting. So as much as he's talking about having those movies, we also may see more of Medea. The next part, to recap the Cardi B, if she's pregnant, that's her business. And that's my bottom line. I have nothing to say about that. Her and Offset, Offset has a few kids, but that's their business. That's her body. So if she's pregnant, kudos to her. Again, like I said, this is all alleged. And I don't even know what this came about, like what came about to make this conversation. I just went into a whole slew of advice for CJ So Cool. So make sure you watch that. So again, as always, leave a comment down below. I love to engage with you guys. I love the commentary on the different videos. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can be among the first to know when I drop a video. Last but not least, spend time going back to my old catalog. I have a whole plethora of videos that I've done. And so that might be an interest to you. So have a great weekend. It's Friday. Be safe. Bye-bye.